Did you know that Northwest Arkansas has so many things to see and so many things to do? Today we're actually tiering them from S tier all the way down to the not so nice D tier. So let's talk about that. Hey everybody! If you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. Actually, I was a real estate broker located in Chicago, the dumpster fire, terrible state of Illinois, for over a decade, and I decided to get out of there, exit stage left, and get out and move to a brand new area. So I looked all across America, but what is the best place to live in America? I probably looked at some of the places you're currently looking at right now, but I chose to move right here in Northwest Arkansas, and inarguably, this is the best place to live in America, and I did all my research. So if you're looking to move down to Northwest Arkansas, definitely let me know. Give me a call. Let's shoot some text messages, get you on the calendar, let's meet for coffee, and we can talk about all the different reasons why I chose Northwest Arkansas versus anywhere else in America. Also, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is. Literally a starter pack full of all the cool things Northwest Arkansas. What's going on in downtown Bentonville? What's going on in Fayetteville? What are the schools like? What are the hospitals like? What are all the cool things happening here that you need to know about Northwest Arkansas? Boop, 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 boop. Packaged, I ship it right to your home, Literally a starter pack ships right to your home. Enter your name, enter your address below. Where's this package going to? Let me know and I'll ship that package to you right away. Also, side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking, It is my favorite four-letter F word. Free! So enter your information below and make sure they get the package shipped to you right away. Alright, so we're not going to cover everything today because there is a long list, but we're going to start tiering them in Northwest Arkansas, but what I feel is like the best ones and ones you might want to maybe skip or be very niche. That's important too. So let's jump over to my screen and let's start tiering them, starting with the Amazeum. All right, so the first one we need to actually talk about is the Amazeum. If you don't know what the Amazeum is, it's actually like a kids, we'll call it a play center essentially. It's really cool, so fun. It's kind of like a STEM themed in some ways. People love it around here. It is and they're expanding as it is. To start off the bat, I'm going to start the Amazeum at an A tier. We need to probably save future ones for S tier, but A tier for sure for the Amazeum, A and A. Obviously, we know this. So again, Amazeum is great for kids, kind of STEAM related, but they're kind of like a hands-on kind of Disney Quest kind of feel, except minus the video games. So it's like the Disney Quest for hands-on stuff. Like they have a bunch of stuff there for kids. You'll love it. It's great. Check it out. But definitely A tier for the Amazeum. All right, the next one we're going to be looking at is Crystal Bridges. I think we know where that's going to go. All right, Crystal Bridges. If you don't know what Crystal Bridges is, it's like almost several 100,000 square feet of art that is located in Bentonville, Arkansas. So one of the things that people have theorized is why Northwest Arkansas, specifically Bentonville, has done so well the last decade is the start was 10 years ago, Crystal Bridges was finished. Crystal Bridges is a huge, almost contemporary art museum, free for entry for anyone who wants to go there, no fees whatsoever. Like last year we had the Constitution, we had the Bill of Rights, we had the Federalist Papers, we had so many different things, and it was like, they're all original copies too, so pretty cool stuff. Crystal Bridges has huge impact in the art community. I was just in New York, and I told them where I was from. They're like, oh yeah, Crystal Bridges. People know Crystal Bridges across America in the art field. So this is going to be S tier. Obviously, don't want to tilt that. S tier, well worth it. Obviously amazing. Love Crystal Bridges, so good. Well worth checking out when you're in town. Now we are going in alphabetical order, but the next one we're going to be looking at is downtown Bentonville. The thing about downtown Bentonville is downtown Bentonville cool? The answer is yes. Very cool. It's not that downtown Bentonville is like the ultimate thing. It's what happens in downtown Bentonville that makes it awesome. Whether it's First Fridays or the farmers markets or the events they plan out throughout the year, whether they start big sugar races there, they have musical events there, they have the lighting on the square there. So downtown Bentonville is cool. It'd be worth checking out, like kind of bopping around. You have Onyx, you have a lot of restaurants, some clothing stores, really kind of unique stuff, but it's not like massive. It's not like a place I gotta go check out downtown Bentonville. It's better to go check out the events than the actual downtown Bentonville itself. Cute, quaint, Hallmark style area. You'll love it. Anyways, I'm gonna give downtown Bentonville, is it worth checking out? Yes. I'm gonna give it a B tier, but when it comes to events, S tier, but we're just doing things in here. You should definitely check it out, B tier, but the events of it, makes it a little S tier for sure. But we're talking about the places you need to check out, definitely. Now we're jumping over to downtown Fayetteville. All right, I'm gonna actually put downtown Fayetteville in the same level as downtown Bentonville. We're doing B tier. The thing about it is that I think that downtown Bentonville definitely has more events than Fayetteville does. The difference is that downtown Bentonville is more, I'd say, community family centric, and Fayetteville, even though it does all the events just similar to Bentonville, it has a little bit more of a unique, fun, kooky, kind of weird theme to it. So they do the first Thursdays, they do the farmers markets, they do the bike races, they do all the different things that Bentonville does, except it's just more like people always say, like, it's weird. Keep Fayetteville weird. That's the whole theme for it. So I'm gonna put it in the same category, same style stuff. Downtown's worth checking out for sure. Now I do a little asterisk here. Downtown Fayetteville has more shopping when it comes to unique stuff than necessarily downtown Bentonville does. So that's the only asterisk I'm gonna put there. All right, we're jumping over to Fayetteville, Mount Sequoyah. If you don't know what Mount Sequoyah is, it's like the tallest area in Fayetteville. I'm a big fan of it because of the views. First off, views are top tier. You look over all of Fayetteville, you get to start seeing the actual start of the Boston Mountains. Like most of NWA is like a lot more rolly. Once you get past that, it actually starts becoming more mountainous, if you want to call it that. So you start seeing that. So it's very pretty, gorgeous area. A lot of people spend time up there because it's like the top of the mountain and you get to see everything. You can get some ice cream, get some food, go up there, hang out. So well known in the area, well loved, and just a cool place to hang out. It's something that you definitely want to check out if you're in the area, like tier place to check out if you're coming to the area for sure. This is going to be A tier just because of the views itself. Always worth checking out. It's almost breathtaking, especially during sunset time or sunrise, but there's a good chance to probably hit the sunset before the sunrise. So definitely check it out when you're in town. Mount Sequoyah, Fayetteville, it's a real beaut. It's a real beaut there. The next one we're jumping over to is the Momentary. The Momentary is twofold. It's a huge event space located near downtown Bentonville. It's a sister museum to Crystal Bridges. Huge event space, as well as, like, I'm gonna put the 8th Street Market in there. So there's a lot of restaurants and kind of cool things to do in the 8th Street Market. But really the Momentary is actually more modern art. So it's the art that you say, interesting, I don't know what that means. Whereas like Crystal Bridges is, oh, I get what that means. That's obviously contemporary versus modern art. So I'll let you read between the lines there. So anyways, Momentary, great place. I'm not gonna give it the same equal standing as Crystal Bridges. I'm going to say if you're visiting, if you had to choose between the two, definitely Crystal Bridges over Momentary. But I'm gonna put Momentary in B tier again. Reason being is because Momentary is really better for its events than necessarily its art. It's a cool place, definitely check it out. But if from a tier perspective, I would check out, I'm gonna put it C tier. I would check out downtown Bentonville and Fayetteville before I checked out the Momentary, and that's because Momentary is very driven towards events and art as well, but definitely that. So Momentary takes the first C tier. Well worth checking out, cool place, but I would check out downtown Bentonville and downtown Fayetteville before I checked out the Momentary, that's for sure. All right, so let's jump over to the next one, Pinnacle Hills. Pinnacle Hills is a large, we'll call it area mall that's located in Rogers off of 49. This is a place you definitely need to check out because if you are looking for shopping, if you're looking for the Walmart Amphitheater, which is a 17,000 person amphitheater for music, if you're looking for Topgolf, if you're looking for great food, if you're looking for movie theaters, if you're looking for a future soccer stadium, if you're looking for golf courses, obviously beyond Topgolf, this is where Pinnacle Hills is. It's becoming more and more of like this central hub for things to do in Northwest Arkansas. So it's worth checking out because obviously if you're thinking about moving here, you want to know that there's obviously a lot of things to do. This is going to be A tier. Definitely, it's an easy drive-by, pop in, pop out. There's a lot going on there, a lot of stuff, but definitely worth checking out. Pinnacle Hills, real good. Definitely check it out when you're in town. Before we jump on to the next point, I have something brand new called Instant Home Updates. So maybe you're looking to move to the area and you're using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Notifications, way too slow. Way too slow. They're horrible. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is. It's literally Instant Home Updates. So enter your information below: name, square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms. Where do you want to move to in Northwest Arkansas? Let me know in all the information below. I'll make sure you don't miss a single notification when it comes for homes for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday, I send an email out just kind of talking about all the cool things Northwest Arkansas. What's going on down Bentonville? What's going on downtown Fayetteville? When is First Fridays? That's more obvious. When is First Thursdays? That's more obvious. What is going on in Pinnacle Hills? What new businesses are moving here? Who's playing at the amphitheater? When is Christmas coming? When is fall coming? All the events you need to know that are happening in Northwest Arkansas, it all comes in one simple email every single Friday. So enter your name, enter your email below. I'll make sure you get that email every single Friday. But side note, you will get a little fear of missing out, little FOMO, so to speak. But I promise you will be the most informed person eventually when you make your way down to Northwest Arkansas. All right, Razorback Stadium next on the list. Obviously, Razorback Stadium, massive 60, well, it can hold 60,000 people, but 80,000 people in there for last year's country artist. Was it Tim McGraw? I think so. I don't know if it's Tim McGraw now. Anyways, one of the guys. Anywho, 80,000 people can fit in there. I'm going to give, so obviously if you're into sports, you probably already know this. If you're into football, you already know this about the Razorback Stadium, massive stadium in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Now, if you're not into sports, don't really care. It's just a cool thing to check out as you're driving past. I'm going to put the stadium in B tier with downtown Fayetteville. If you're going to downtown Fayetteville, definitely check out the stadium. It's literally right down the road, so easy peasy lemon squeezy. So do that when you're in town, drive past the stadium. It's cool. It's well worth checking out, but also if you're in town, definitely check out a game if there's a game going on there. We're jumping over to T2, aka TheatreSquared in downtown area of Fayetteville. This is well worth driving by. If you're in the area, definitely check out we'll call it a Broadway play of sorts. So TheatreSquared is kind of its Broadway of New York City, is equivalent to Fayetteville. A lot of plays, a lot of musical guests come there. It's very good. So they've had like a long list of Broadway plays that have come through the area. They usually go to TheatreSquared. And I'm gonna put this in, is it worth checking out? Yes. It's good. It's good to check out, but it's just more of a drive-by. I'm gonna put this in C tier because it's definitely more event-driven, and it's kind of back behind the Walton Arts Center, which we'll talk about next, or in a little bit, I should say. So C tier, worth driving by, not worth stopping, checking out. If you are in town and you want to see a play, then it's worth checking out. But again, it's event-driven, but it's good, very good, very cool place. But one of those things, not going to be like one of those things you stop by and hang out at. All right, Fayetteville Library. Let's do this one next. I'm a big fan of the Fayetteville Library. Like what they have there is astronomical. And I say that I cannot. English is too narrow of a language to talk about the Fayetteville Library. So the Fayetteville Library is amazing. It has a green screen room for TV production. It has a huge audio production room for bands to come in and literally make music. A 64-channel thing. It has a podcasting room. It has an Apple Mac lab, a 3D printing room. It has be able to print vinyl, a photography lab. It has everything plus books. Where's that from? And then courses and games and classes and everything. So the library is wild. Oh, it has a teaching kitchen where you can go and learn how to cook soups and meats and everything else. It has a deli there. It, in my opinion, is S tier, period. And you're like, Philip, there's no way. Go check it out. The library is wild. S tier, Fayetteville Library, because it's so important for the actual area here. Definitely check it out if you're looking to move down here. All right, we're going to move over to the Jesus play / Jesus statue over in Eureka Springs. This was weird. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't make it on this trip. It hits my D tier. Interesting. So the statue itself is like a mini version of the Rio de Janeiro one out in Brazil. It's weird, not gonna lie. So would not go see that. That is my only D tier, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So Lee, I would not recommend the Jesus play or Jesus statue out in Eureka Springs. Also, Eureka Springs is kind of a drive, so. All right, moving on to the Ledger. The Ledger is the world's first bikeable building in downtown Bentonville. This is not a good photo for this, but we're gonna make it work. Okay, It is a co-working space. It has a lot of event space. Cool. There's a coffee shop, airstrip below. Specialized Bikes has a place there now. It's made for mid-sized to large businesses, meaning like to co-work space there, essentially, or kind of like up-and-coming businesses. A lot of startups go there. Is it worth checking out? It's worth walking by. It's worth talking about it. It's cool. There's a bunch of gemstones around there. It looks interesting because you can walk up and down it and through it, the whole thing. I'm gonna say B tier. Yes, it's just cool. It's the world's first, the world's only. Definitely check it out when you're in downtown Bentonville. The trail system. This is very obvious since Bentonville, as well as Northwest Arkansas, has been dubbed the mountain biking capital of the world. And it just goes to show of its unique and diverse and immense trail system in the area, both paved and unpaved. It deserves S tier. Probably, honestly, if there was a double S tier, I probably should have done that, but a double S tier. It is, if Crystal Bridges and the trail system, I think, are the biggest driving forces of the whole area, meaning of like what got it on the map. So that, I think, yeah, double S tier for the trail system here. The Way of Color in near Crystal Bridges. This is a unique kind of like art piece that you actually can go there during both day or dawn and dusk, and it changes. Anyways, spare the details, but essentially you look up in a major circle, and if you look at the blue sky and you look at there, they put like an LED light around it, so it actually changes the color of the sky. It makes it like it's like a weird mental eye thing. Pretty cool. If you are there during those times of daylight or dusk, or excuse me, sunrise or dusk, well worth checking out. I'm gonna put this in C category. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it in C. All right, Walmart Amphitheater. We're getting down to the W's now. Walmart Amphitheater. It's funny, Walton's Walmart Amphitheater. Okay, this is a 17,000 person amphitheater in Rogers near Pinnacle. Well worth driving by, checking out. Mostly event driven. It's cool. It's fun. I'm going to put this near Pinnacle, obviously with Pinnacle, because it's kind of there and kind of a thing. So well worth checking out, just driving by again. But again, it is event driven. So you're not going to be like, this is amazing. It's going to be cool when you get a 25, like for instance, I love Walmart Amphitheater because the cheapest tickets are almost always $25 for the draft seating. Well worth it if you just want to like check out a band, like you don't really care about too much. But love it, cool, cheap tickets, and they have some really good talent come through. There's 60-something concerts this year, and the nice thing is that we're wedged between Kansas City and Dallas, so we get some pretty top-tier talent during the week, to say the least. And the last one, but certainly not least, is the Walton Art Center. This does deserve to be higher than TheatreSquared. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in B tier. It's on Dixon Street. It's kind of a spectacle. It definitely stands out. Because it's a massive and like kind of an architectural masterpiece. They usually have comedians come through there, or musicians, or big, sometimes Broadway plays, depending on size. The orchestra plays there. It's like kind of like a higher class cultural art piece in downtown Fayetteville. So keep that in mind. Cool, well worth checking out if you're on Dixon Street or downtown Fayetteville. Just add that to the list. You'll like it. It's worth checking out, and also worth if you get some tickets there. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you are thinking about coming down to Northwest Arkansas, download my 3-day itineraries, link below. Maybe you're a adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is. There's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you. So go ahead and download it and use it when you get down here. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so you can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, see you in the next one.